lagi ron, ano sa niluto na eh?
Ang lugar naman ni siya na, ang ibutan na ng chicken cubes.
Lugaw na, sad?
Salamat ka ni ka, nga natay ikaon karon. Ang ipan mga bata dira, wala ka ni ikaon.
More than 2 million families experienced severe hunger. This is the highest incidence of hunger among Filipinos within the last 2 decades.
According to the UN, about 735 million people faced hunger last year.
Today we are talking about poverty, how it happens, and its solutions. Only here at Issues Explained.
The Philippines, being known for its natural beauty and full of natural resources, faces challenges from food insecurity, leading to hunger. The Philippines ranks 66 out of 125 countries in the 2023 Global Hunger Index, indicating moderate hunger. Surveys suggest many Filipinos still experience involuntary hunger. According to the latest SWS survey done from March 21 to 25, 14.2% of respondents said that their families experience involuntary hunger or being hungry and not having anything to eat at least once in the past 3 months. It is the highest since 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. But hunger in the Philippines isn't just about the statistics. It has a profound impact on people's daily lives. Filipino families struggling with hunger often face constant worry about their next meal. The stress of hunger can strain relationships within families. Parents might feel immense pressure to provide for their children, leading to arguments and frustration. Food insecurity increases as the agriculture and food supplies are disrupted. Unequal wealth distribution makes it harder for some to access food, by which some might feel invisible or excluded from society. As the rate of hunger increases, crimes are being committed due to extreme want or hunger are usually those crimes against poverty like stealing and other fraudulent schemes to obtain somebody else's belongings and resources. Overcoming hunger in the Philippines requires tackling a complex of challenges being faced. Extreme weather events like droughts, floods, and typhoons disrupt agricultural production and food security, particularly in areas reliant on rain-fed agriculture. Decades-long conflict in Mindanao has displaced people and created food insecurity. Unequal distribution of resources and income makes it difficult for poor families to afford nutritious food, even when it's available. While hunger exists, the Philippines also faces a food waste problem. In a report, Philippine household food waste falls sharply to 3 million tons a year, according to the United Nations Environment Program. These barriers often interconnected, making it challenging to address hunger in isolation.
But there's more in the global context. Hunger is a global population. As the global population is projected to continue growing, more people facing hunger and food insecurity are also subjected to rise. With a pandemic, conflict, climate change, and growing inequalities has worsened the situation. In 2015, 589 million people were experiencing hunger, and by 2021, that number had risen to 768 million. Projections show that by 2030, approximately 670 million people will still be facing hunger, which is 8% of the world's population, the same as in 2015. Despite global efforts, too many children continue suffering from malnutrition. The COVID-19 worsened an already deteriorating food security situation, with about 150 million more people facing hunger in 2021 than in 2019. In addition, nearly 1 in 3, or 2.3 billion people, were moderately or severely food insecure in 2021. This represents an increase of almost 350 million people since the beginning of the pandemic. The most worrisome increases were seen in sub-Saharan Africa.
Overcoming such problems with complicated barriers also requires a multifaceted approach. And that is why in 2015, the United Nations General Assembly adopted the 2030 Development Agenda, titled Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. This created what we know as the world's 17 Sustainable Development Goals. With the increasing number of famine, SDG number 2 was adopted. SDG number 2 aims to end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. The hunger issue is the very core of the Sustainable Development Goal number 2. Here's how they intersect and why hunger is so relevant. Number 1. Direct connection. SDG number 2 explicitly aims to end hunger by 2030. Hunger is the most immediate and severe consequence of not having access to enough food. Eradicating hunger is the primary goals of this SDG. Number 2. Underlying cause. Hunger can also be a cause of other issues addressed by SDG number 2. For example, malnutrition, particularly in children, hinders physical and cognitive development, impacting education. Number 3. Health and well-being. Hunger weakens the immune system, making people more susceptible to diseases. Conversely, good health allows people to work and be productive, contributing to food security. Number 4. Poverty cycle. Hunger often traps people in poverty. Without enough food for energy and focus, individuals struggle to earn a living, perpetuating the cycle. 5. Gender equality. Women and girls are disproportionately affected by hunger due to social and economic inequalities. Programs that empower women, farmers can improve food security for families. In simple terms, hunger is like tangled root system that affects many other aspects of human development. By addressing hunger through SDG number 2, we can create a ripple effect of positive change across the SDGs, leading to a more equitable and sustainable future for all.
SDG number 2, Zero Hunger, achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Tackles hunger in a multifaceted way, aiming to create a world where everyone has access to safe, nutritious food. With this, it will lead to an increase in food availability since it also encourages us to reduce food waste throughout the supply chain, from farm to table. This prevents perfectly good food from going to waste, making more resources available to those who need them. SDG 2 has the potential to significantly reduce hunger and malnutrition in the globe. It creates a system where there's enough food available. Everyone can access it, and people understand how to use it to nourish themselves and their families. Remember, hunger often leads to other problems like health issues and lower educational attainment, a chain reaction that occurs when one event sets off a series of similar, related, or connected events. By tackling hunger, SDG 2 contributes to achieving higher SDGs like good health, quality education, and gender equality as well.
Here are two inspiring examples of interventions combating hunger and achieving SDG 2, Zero Hunger. In the Philippines, the passage of Republic Act 11037 o na Masustansyang Pagkain para sa Batang Pilipino Act of 2018 establishes a comprehensive national feeding program to address malnutrition among Filipino children. There is also an organization which tackles hunger in urban poor areas through a network of community kitchens. They provide affordable, nutritious meals at subsidized prices, especially targeting those struggling to afford food. It is the Masarap project which focuses on affordability and accessibility. It also ensures healthy meals reach the most vulnerable. This approach directly addresses SDG 2.1, ensures access to safe, nutritious, and sufficient food for all people throughout the year. On the other hand, the Akshaya Patra Foundation of India runs the world's largest school lunch program, offering free lunches to millions of underprivileged Indian children. Akshaya Patra not only combats hunger, SDG 2.1, but also improves school attendance, SDG 4, quality education, and contributes to a healthier, better educated generation, or SDG 3, good health and well-being. Their large-scale approach targets children, a critical development stage, making it relevant to SDG targets for education and health. These interventions share some key success factors in community focus, nutritional value, innovation, and collaboration. These are just two examples. Many other organizations are making significant strides towards zero hunger. By continuing to support and develop these strategies, we can move closer to a world where everyone has access to the nutrition food they need for a healthy and productive life, contributing to a cascade of positive effects across SDGs.
Achieving SDG number 2, zero hunger, by 2030 is a challenging but potentially achievable goal because there are progress has been made. Globally, the number of people facing chronic hunger has decreased in recent decades. The SDGs had brought greater international focus on hunger, leading to increased resource and collaboration. New technologies like drought-resistant crops and vertical farming have the potential to increase food production and efficiency. And a program like school lunch programs and community kitchens have proven successful in reducing hunger. However, there are obstacles that still we need to overcome, such as conflicts and climate change, unequal access to land, resource, and education, food waste, and population growth.
So, is it achievable? Hunger is a complex issue, but with continued focus, collaboration, and innovation, achieving SDG 2 by 2030 is possible. Even as students and individuals, we can contribute to achieve SDG 2 through our daily choices, like reducing food waste and supporting local farmers. By raising awareness and advocating for change, we can create a movement towards a hunger-free world.
In conclusion, achieving sustainable development goals number 2 by 2030 is ambitious but achievable with a global commitment, innovative solutions, and continued focus on addressing the root causes of hunger.